G'day everyone and welcome to Vipers Gaming. Thanks for joining us. And today we will be playing Mass Effect Andromeda, and we're back on EOS, and we're going to finish talking to a couple of the department heads, pick up that timed mission, and then we're going to head back to the Nexus and talk to Tan about what we have coming up. So let's talk to the doc and go from there.
August said you might swing by. Ryder, yes? Dr. Ramirez. Run the clinic here on EOS. Much better than life as an Alliance medic.
Good to meet you.
I'll guess you're not here for a checkup. How can I help you?
What's it like living in our first successful outpost?
Reminds me of my Alliance days. These soldiers look so young, but they're eager. We know we'll make this work.
Why did you join the Andromeda Initiative?
I served in the Alliance as a medic, but let's say I saw one Batarian slave raid too many. I knew August, Bradley, and when he signed on to the initiative, he suggested I consider it. This seemed like a better frontier.
What's the latest from your clinic?
Usual checkups for first-in colonists. Plus a few cases of dehydration and some blindness. Nothing serious.
What do you think of Bradley?
I've known him for years. He was the squad medic when he was injured, and we kept in touch after his discharge. He's a smart fellow, a good lieutenant, but a better mayor. And it bugs him when I call him August. So I restrict myself to 2-3 times a day.
I'll leave you to it.
Come back anytime, preferably unhurt.
Ryder. Pathfinder.
Henderson at the shuttle landing pad told me. He heard us on pilot.
Izzy, you've got to stop listening.
Alright, so there is going to be our first Cobra RPG we can buy this round, and that is something we definitely want. Don't forget to sell all your salvage, and now we're actually gaining 2,800. And as I said previously, these Cobra things do cost a lot of money, so it's 2,400 by itself. But we're yet to use them, or be seen using them. They do come in considerably handy, and also help with a large wave of troops if you're outnumbered. Now this weapon here, I haven't actually used before, but it is a lie, sorry. I actually used it really quickly there at one stage and found I didn't like it, but unlike the standard melee weapon, I used that quite a lot to see what I thought of it. So I guess only using the other one for about 30 seconds doesn't really count as having used it, so. But we'll sell off a few of the extra equipment in the slots here, and then we'll get back in the battle. So I'll skip this and get back to you in a second. And we're back. Let's continue on and pick up that mission and inspect a few more terminals.
Can't believe we made it.
Hi. You haven't got a fuel cell, have you? The quartermaster says there's plenty, but she would. Wait. Oh, shit, you're the Pathfinder. Sorry, no one said VIPs were coming by.
I'm just Ryder. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. I'm Fox, Chief Engineer for Prodromos. Anything you need, ask away.
What are the other outpost staff like?
Like Connor, you mean? She's pretty fun when you get to know her. Just don't get to know her over a poker game. Trust me.
What do you think about your new home?
First impressions? We've got water, clear skies for solar power, plants to farm. The remnants are a wild card, but Bradley says you have them covered. It'll take work, no question, but I think EOS is really going to be something.
What do you do here?
My team gets things going. Water, power, communications, everything a civilization needs. Well, not laws or a constitution, but it's easier to concentrate on those when you got a flushing toilet.
What brought you all the way to Andromeda?
There's a colony back home you've never heard of. Viridis. It failed. Hard. I grew up there watching things fall apart. When I left, I got into infrastructure, civil engineering. Boring stuff unless you've ever lived without it. I wanted to do Viridis right, I guess. And the initiative was my best chance.
Bye, Fox.
Have a good one.
Work rosters. That data pad... Here, Axel Jennings. Assigned to set up weather monitoring devices all over the desert.
Only one location matches the sound from the medical equipment. A monolith.
Let's go.
Radiation levels have spiked, Pathfinder.
Wow, that was a really horrible drive, but it just got stuck and couldn't move.
No sign of that work crew, but someone left their gear behind. Wait, I've got an open comm channel.
Easy money. Once the electrical charge builds up, we'll have ourselves some nice, obedient remnant.
You better be sure this time.
And there, it ticked over.
What did?
We were promised a prefab homestead exactly this long after exiting Cryo.
We'll get there, won't we, Ryder? Earth had formations like this. Made a lot of kids think of alien worlds.
Let's do this! Water and weather. Nothing tougher in the long run. Help us! Please!
Great timing. Thanks for the assist.
Your experiment with the Remnant didn't work out.
Huh. Okay, who squealed? Gasparic? Yeah, I bet. These Remnant could plow our fields, protect us from the Ket. You control them, why shouldn't we?
How many people need to get hurt before you stop this?
Pathfinder's got a point, Jennings.
Fine. But you can't protect us all the time, Pathfinder. Out here, we need every edge we can get.
So yeah, if you don't get to them in time, they actually all die. So, but that was a new unit we face, the one we scanned. It actually forms a shield in front of it and can actually be very difficult to defeat. Okay, so that's pretty much the outpost explored, except for one room, which we'll do
tuned the
another time.
Nomad perfectly for EOS.
We're outfitted best we can be.
I like busting dunes, getting all 6 wheels off the ground.
This is where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Karkins.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep. A leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became Karkin food.
Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
Pathfinder, the scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilken was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light. Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located.
This is a perfect situation why I use the shockwave, because it will actually wipe out all these enemies in one blast. So watch this.
It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out.
And that's the end of that.
Bolstering all shields.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to securing data. Hiram Reynolds. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. I can examine data. 2 shots. 1. A standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind. A Ket pulse weapon.
This proves Nilken is innocent. He didn't shoot Reynolds.
That's a relief. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Go ahead and play it.
No! Where's Nilken?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
That sounds like...
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect, Nilken. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Just because you're meant to do it doesn't make you guilty, so... But as you can see, my life support's getting down to a quarter,
Life
so...
support failure is imminent, Pathfinder.
Now we have to go find an area to recharge it. We'll head back over to Site Outpost 2, which we haven't explored yet, so it's over that direction, and have a look around.
is resonating now. Probably with the vault.
Great shot. Bolstering all shields.
Life support is failing. Pathfinder, I detect initiative equipment nearby.
And it's down.
Enemies!
Set him up, knock him down.
Sam, this one mentions a nav point.
I've extracted the information and added it to your map.
Then we know where the researcher was headed. Let's go.
So we can't check out the continuation on that mission until a bit later on once the skies have cleared, because the radiation levels actually stop the vehicle from getting to those areas and will kill the vehicle off very quickly, and also your character. So until we actually go visit the Nexus and then do a little bit more storyline, then come back to EOS, the skies will only clear up properly then. So it just makes it kind of delay it to later, and also gives you a reason to come back. So as you can see, we've only discovered probably a quarter of the map, so there's quite a lot more to explore.
Is this what you signed on for?
It's what we have.
Not the answer I'm looking for.
Just help Ryder and keep going. That's all we can do.
Life support failure is imminent, Pathfinder. Approaching Site 2. Resilience.
It was sold as the one we get right, but it didn't have time to get worn down. Got wiped out by Ket.
We'll deal with the Ket. One thing at a time.
A forward station. A vital tool for prospective settlers.
We'll need to place more once we're farther out.
But that is as easy as it is to get your life support back. So let's go check out the main section of this.
What the... Pathfinder, that body.
A scan might help us figure that out. Not shot, he was just pummeled to death. Did the Ket do this? We haven't seen something like this yet. West, Porter M. Get that, Lexi?
Yes, Pathfinder. Records updated.
Override works, but... Sam, the door was sealed from the outside?
Yes, Pathfinder. It appears lockdown was manual before the power restrictions.
Why do that? It wouldn't keep anything out.
It would keep something in.
Secondary terminals, no access.
If deployment is standard, main access will be deeper in.
Way too quiet.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Reports said the evac was cut off by Ket.
Pathfinder, a maintenance bulletin was issued at the time of shutdown.
What does it say?
Run.
Watch for the fiend!
Override, close it! Tempest, we have an unknown enemy. Evac the Pathfinder.
Whoa, hold on.
No go, Harper. We have to lay low. Ket are inbound to your location.
Ket and that thing? Son of a...
So, one of the hard enemies of the cat. Not the hardest, but definitely one of the hard ones. So, let's go engage it. And we'll see the first use of the explosive round.
Cat!
Another dropship with reinforcements. Watch out!
We've got Cat.
Watch for the fiend! Good shot!
So you still haven't seen the Fiend yet, but it is in this area, and that's going to make for an interesting battle.
Stay sharp! That's teamwork. Shield boost enabled. We've got Cat.
And that there is the Fiend. Lovely creature. So let's get in, get a scan of it.
That's the last from the dropships.
The big thing is still standing.
And this is what the explosive round looks like. It does a good bit of damage.
Nice headshot.
We're clear.
No wonder Site 2 failed. Brazilian or not.
Schematics for Special Project Sigma. They were building something, but there are parts missing. This must be the project they were salvaging at Site 1. A way to fight the Ket.
We could finish it.
All components at Site 2 had security tags, compiling possible nav points.
Got a component for Site 2's project. Looks like a war zone.
According to survivors, the Ket attacked from all sides. It was a massacre.
You'd think there'd be more bodies. Not that I'm complaining.
Not a lot left behind for a massacre.
What if they were removed?
We know the Nexus didn't bother picking up the bodies.
You don't think it could have been the Ket?
You trying to give me nightmares?
Y'all are Thysa.
Records updated, Pathfinder.
Not sure what's worse. This or dying slow like Promise.
Happy thoughts, Liam.
Surprised the Nexus still wants an outpost on Eos.
You know what they say. Third time's a charm. We'll make this right.
Portable cover of Ket design.
Didn't bother to take it with them.
He died protecting this outpost, and we left him.
We'll make it right, Liam.
Alright, so that's all the bodies that you need to find. So I hope that helps you. If you want to follow through on the last 2 episodes, you find all the bodies. Last few episodes, I should say. And there's a good case of actually picking up a decent bit of material left over from the engagement. That was actually a armor piece.
Pathfinder, I have enough sensory data to reconstruct an image of the past.
Maybe we can push the Ket back.
With what army? Can you even find the safety on your pistol?
I'm just going through the options.
Evacuate or die. Those are the options.
Initiative's not military. They weren't prepared.
Now, a quick way to be able to get back into your ship and off the planet is just to hold T.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed.
That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
This isn't a military vessel, but there need to be rules. Better to ask about protocol. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Helios threw us for a loop. Meaning, we're kind of new at this. All of us. So let's figure out what the rules are now, and try to stick to them.
Sounds good.
If there's one thing I know I can do, it's make up rules.
No one said make up rules. Can we please keep anarchy to a minimum?
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Well, they don't have the military discipline of the Normandy's crew, but they start working well together.
I'm in the galley when you're free.
Alright, so while we've got the chance, before we finish this episode, is let's check out our strike missions and see how they turned out. Another success, and we got 5 funds, so that adds to our total. 10 funds. Lovely. Again, adds to our total. Of course, it always will. And 5 more. So you can see we've got those missions again. Now we've got some silvers and some gold missions. So let's have a bit of a play. And as you can see, now we don't have 94% on every single one like we had before. So some of the gold missions can only really be done by level 20s. I do not suggest sending anything lower than level 20 on a gold mission because the chance of failure is extremely high. So we're going to send out this guy because they are the highest level we've got at 74% chance. And then the next one, a 61. And ironically, this one we're actually going to break the rules. They're actually got a 78% chance, which is even higher than the last lot. But they're level 17, so let's do that. And this one we could actually do a multiplayer mission if we wanted to, but as I explained before, I'm not really into it. So, ooh, 86%. So there they go. So here we go with our silvers. We'll send out the 86 guy. 91 for that one. And of course that last one. So all our missions are now, all our teams are now on missions, and we'll see how they go when they actually finish what they're going through. So we've got 105 funds for to be able to spend, but we want to save up and get at least enough to be able to assign the equipment, which is that pretty much that brain control one, to all our teams, because it gives them the maximum amount of increased ability to complete missions. So let's claim all our rewards, and this time we shouldn't have any issues with the inventory, hopefully. We'll sell off our salvage as always. But as you can see, on board ship, you don't have any of those awesome explosives. But you can pick it up later on once you get your more Nexus points unlocked. Now, we're not going to go through those this episode, though we can wait for the next. And once we get back to the Nexus, because you have to wait to actually unlocks for you. Alright, so, next episode, we'll be heading to the Nexus. Thanks for joining me. Okay everyone, we'll leave it there for today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to be notified the next time we have an episode come out, make sure you tap that bell or notification icon. Thanks for watching everyone, and until next time, see ya.